So I'm in my car right now after a first date, if we can even call it that. I just had to tell this story while it's still fresh and the emotions are still percolating. This guy had messaged me for several weeks on and off sporadically, usually asking if I was free last minute. Finally, he commits to 2 days in advance and says, how about Tuesday night? Great, Tuesday night works. He suggests the bar, suggests the time. I say perfect. So we're both running a little late. It's fine. It's LA and there's always traffic. I get to the bar before him and the door is locked. Because of course, it's mid-December. Companies are having private parties. I don't blame him for that. But I tell him I think they're having a private event. The door is locked. There's catered food outside on the patio. Do you know of anywhere else? So he's taking forever to park, which, again, LA, it happens. Finally, he walks up, not looking totally unkempt, but the vest he's wearing, they find out he's doing house renovations. Clearly, he is painting in that fucking vest. So he tells me, I'm kind of new to this neighborhood. I don't really know what else is around. I had already looked in my phone while I was waiting for him. I say, I only see one bar within walking distance. Let's give it a try. Now, granted, I have had a very long day. No, a very long month, a very long quarter at work. I am so decision fatigued and tired of running the lives of grown-ass adults. But still, here I am, leading the way in this man's neighborhood. And so we get to the alternate bar. It's a little hole-in-the-wall place. I'm thinking maybe it'll be a little loud in there, not the easiest for us to have a conversation. But it's not anything super sketchy or out of the ordinary for a dive bar. But clearly, he's uncomfortable being there. I ask, do you want to get a drink? And he just kind of stands around and looks like, do I? But then I'm looking at the clientele, and I have no way to verify this, but I have a sneaking suspicion he's uncomfortable because most of the patrons are not white. And I'm like, okay, dude, I don't care if you want to stay or want to go, but for the love of God, just make a choice. And he's like, oh, we could maybe get a bottle of wine, go back to my place in my courtyard. And I'm like, how far is it? Clearly it's far enough that you had to drive here. So we start walking back. He had already told me about the shitty stuff he had to deal with today. He starts asking me about mine. And I'm just like, I gotta be honest, man. This shit is not helping. So we start walking back to the original bar where we met because they do have a little food stand where you can buy some beers and wine. And I say, okay, do you want to just grab a glass of wine or a beer here? And he's like, yeah, sure, we could do that. But, can I Zelle you? He's like, yeah, I was actually running late because I forgot my wallet. Can I Zelle you for the cost of a bottle of wine? And as a disaster of a human being who loses shit all the time, if that had happened to me, which it very well could, the first thing I would have said when I rolled up late would be, I'm so sorry. I could not find my wallet anywhere. I was looking for it, but I didn't want to keep you waiting any longer. But no, he doesn't mention it then, doesn't mention it at any point in the 15 minutes we spend walking around the block. And honestly, again, I get it. Shit happens. But what gets me, what really fucking gets me, is that there's no hint of accountability whatsoever. Not one utterance of, I'm sorry, I fucked up. That's what I find inexcusable. That and the potential racism. So I literally just look at him dumbfounded. Like, seriously, bro? No, I don't want to Zelle you at this point. And he's like, oh yeah, let's just call it. And as I turn to walk to my car, he's like, oh, it was nice to meet you. And I'm like, let's be real here. Let's not pretend that this was cool. He just crosses the street, mumbling something to himself. Again, no apologies. And real talk, nothing about it shocks me. None of it. In the realm of dating horror stories, this wasn't all that bad. But it's just how pervasive and continuous it is. This man is 40 years old. And then people wonder why there's a male loneliness epidemic and shame women for choosing to be single. You think a sane person would choose to endure this? You want to complain how women are too emotional? Y'all are lucky I'm emotional. If I was thinking more logically, I'd have written you off a long time ago. And many women have. And you know what? More power to him. Because I don't begrudge any woman who doesn't want to spend her Tuesday night doing this.
I mean, it's a Tuesday at that, which means the next day you have to go to work. You just had a crummy day. You just was at work all day to come get off work and have to deal with this just to go to work the next day. Like, I can understand a weekend. Like, I give you a little grace on the weekend because if you mess up this outing, I can just go out by myself, be like, deuces, you can go. I'm gonna go chill and hang with the homes. Nah, that was a Tuesday. We grew up going up on a Tuesday. That's one of my favorite days of the week. Tuesday, just because I was born on Tuesday. That's really the only reason. Tuesday and Taco Tuesdays. Oh, there's a few reasons why I like Tuesdays. But yeah, friend. Because at first I was just like, yeah, he didn't. That is a problem. I usually do not go hang out with somebody if they don't constantly, if we're not in constant communication, because communication is super important to me. All you gotta do is talk to me. Like with the money situation, all you gotta do is be transparent with me. Like she said, if he would have pulled up on that transparency, be like, okay, fine, that's cool. I would have opted for something free after the night went on. I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't even opt for something free to hang out with them. I would have just called it after the smidget of racism is just like, no, friend. Because like her, I wouldn't have seen the color. I would not have seen the color. I wouldn't have seen it. I would have been like, what? Oh, there's black people over there? Like, I wouldn't have seen it. But yeah, still, friend, communication is super important. We would have to have consistent days of communication, like talking all day, like excited to talk. Like it would have had to been weeks. But no, friend, I'm so with you. It was all about the communication. Since he didn't consistently, I feel like you gave him a chance, and I feel like sometimes the bar needs to be raised up a little bit higher because he was playing with your time, and we already saw these tangerine flags when y'all was on the app. So what's going on? Like, stop it. But yeah, friend, no, I wouldn't have liked that, especially. And I understand the not knowing that there was a party, but most of the times with restaurants, if you go inside if you go on their website, they'll have a little note or something, a banner going across their web page, letting you know, hey, this is reserved here or whatever. Or it's something. I feel like it was just a little bit more research should have been done, for that restaurant. But I'll give you that, give you grace on that. But the extra stuff, not having the money, the racism, like she said, the communication lack of, yeah, friend. Good call. Not originally, but afterwards, yes, good call.
At this point, I think I might just become a nun. It seems easier than trying to navigate finding a normal, healthy relationship with a man. I usually don't talk about dating on my TikTok at all, but I literally just had the worst date of my life. I had not had a Valentine in 5 years. I finally have one, right? It's this guy that's been pursuing me for a long time. We've built up like chemistry with each other. It feels good. We talk to each other. I feel good about it. He lives in a different city than me. He asked me a couple times to take me out to dinner, to do something on Valentine's Day, to come and just like take me on a date on Valentine's Day. I agree. Within 5 minutes, sends me screenshots, flight, Airbnb, being like, this is where I'm staying. I don't want it to be like pressure on you, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Lands in Washington, D.C. with no plan, no reservation, no thought, just vibes. Scrambles to find something for us to do on Valentine's Day. Takes us to do a activity that was horrendous, to the point where he suggested that we leave early and go find somewhere to eat, because again, no reservation. But when I am willing to go with the flow, willing to see how things pan out, because I can be spontaneous, right? But I bring up that I'm feeling a little bit of a disconnect and I'm trying to understand what it is. That's the problem. Needless to say, we are not speaking to each other anymore. Yeah, so there's that. Fucking hate it out here.
Friend, my question is, Well, I guess she pretty much answered it because I was about to say, was this a planned trip? Like, but it sounded like what she was saying was he asked a question and then had already had everything planned out. Like, oh, I'm coming. This is what I'm doing. Like, I was just waiting for you to say go, and I was already set. So because he was just waiting for you to say go, the fact that he didn't have nothing planned is wild to me. Because it would be different if y'all planned it together. Like you say, hey, I really want you to come out to see me. Then it would be like, okay, I understand why he didn't have anything planned because you asked for him to come see you. Get that. But the fact that he brought it upon himself to come out and say, hey, I want to come see you. I'm coming to see you. I already booked this up. I would expect for him to have like a plan, especially on a holiday. It'd be different if it wasn't a holiday. If it wasn't a holiday, well, I guess it's not a national holiday, but the fact that it's a holiday because it's Valentine's Day, and if you're trying to go out, you're gonna have to make reservations. Apparently with St. Patrick's Day, apparently we just found that out. I found that out. Apparently with St. Patrick's Day, you still got to make a reservation. So the fact, if it wasn't a holiday, you could do that. You can be free willy. You can just pop up places. I don't know about at the age that we are now, trying to get like going out to a fancy place to eat. Because I feel like at the age we are now, you don't settle for like an Applebee's or something for a day. Like you gotta know somebody for a while. I love you could take me to maybe not Applebee's. Applebee's is not on my radar anymore. Like I've had too many bad experiences. But a Chili's or Red Robin's, yum. Please take me there on a first date. I'm about to act up. You better be ready. I'm ordering everything. They got pizza now. They got those little twists, cheesy. Oh, those cheese sticks are a twist. Those things are so freaking good. They are so freaking good. A burger, that's the only place I eat burgers. Like, I'm about to run up a check. So maybe you don't want to take me there for a first date because they got the dip too now. The dip is lit. Oh, girl, don't take me there. Now that I think about it. But, for the age we are, we usually need a reservation, especially if you're trying to, do a nice appeal. Like, I feel like if I was a guy, and I was taking a girl out and I was flying to your city, yes, I would make a reservation. I would take you out to a place where you have to make a reservation. I feel like, but maybe not again. But yeah, friend, I don't like that. Especially when it's like the added stress of it being a busy weekend. And especially if you're hungry, it's just like, what are we doing? But I also feel like if I knew somebody was coming to see me and visit me, I would have a backup plan. Just because I know how I am when I get hungry. Like, hungry and sleepy, two different Sean's. Two different. Don't catch me in the morning. Because I'm not a nice person. Like, I'm a be in real life in the morning and when I'm hungry. When I'm sleepy, when I'm sleepy, you can get two things. If I'm sleepy in the morning, you're going to get the B. But if I'm sleepy at night, I'm going to be as silly as freak. You're going to be like, what is wrong with you? You are so silly. Like, it's crazy how it is. It's a big dramatic differences. But yeah, I would have a plan if someone was coming to see me. I don't think I would put much emphasis on them trying to get stuff right. But the fact that it was a holiday, that's where it's at. It's like, it's a holiday. You know it's going to be busy and packed everywhere. So yeah, friend. Because he had it set up as if he had things planned already. Like he had a plan. That's what I would have been upset about that too. Talking about he getting upset because it's a disconnect. Yeah, because it's not connecting. Like you knew it was a holiday. You were coming to my city, Washington at that. Did she say Washington? It might have been another video. I've done a lot of videos today. But yeah, like that was a disconnect and I'm trying to figure it out.
Okay, so I'm sitting outside the gym right now and I really don't want to go inside. I'm trying to procrastinate. So I'm going to tell you the story of, what do I want to share? What do I want to tell you guys? I'm going to tell you the story of how I started dating my ex-boyfriend. I actually can't remember if I've told the story on here before, but I know I posted on YouTube like years ago, like back in the day when I wanted to be a little YouTuber girl. But I'm going to tell you on here because I don't think I have. And I'm only sharing because it's a little fun and also it's kind of crazy. And some of you are going to say, oh, there's no way. But like, I promise you, where there's a will, there's a way, baby. Where there's a will, there's a way. I don't even know what the fuck that means. I don't even think that applies. Okay, so the way I met my ex-boyfriend, we've been broken up for like, I think like over 2 years now. I don't even know how long it's been. I lost count. I don't even care. But we ended up dating for like 6 years. So we met through a mutual ex-boyfriend. And what I mean by that is we both dated the same guy at the same time. Yeah, like we shared a man before he became my man. So let's go back. So I used to date this guy in high school. We dated for like years. He was super toxic. He was a terrible boyfriend. I'll tell you guys all about it. Like, I'll tell you everything you want to know about that because it was the fucking worst experience of my life. Like, I was going insane. Oh, I went insane. I hate thinking about it. It makes me so upset. But anyway, so I used to date this guy back in high school, and then we were also dating outside of high school. So while I was in college, he was in college, et cetera, whatever. And he would cheat on me all the time and like gaslight me and lie to me and make me feel like I was the bad person all the time and like whatever. Anyways, so we got into fights constantly. We got into this one fight one night where he ended up blocking my number. He wouldn't talk to me. He downloaded Grindr and I saw him on there and I was like, this is so fucking annoying, like typical bullshit. And I felt like things were getting a little weird because I was like, this is the longest we've gone like not talking after a fight. Like I'm really confused. Like what the fuck is going on? Like is he dating someone? Whatever. And I'm not lying to you when I tell you I had a dream. I had a dream. This isn't no Martin Luther King Jr. shit, bitch. I'm being dead fucking serious. I had a dream that he was dating, that he went on a date with this guy that I used to know from back in like elementary school, right? And I haven't seen them in a long time. I don't even think I ever like thought of this guy again, but for some reason I had a dream that he was dating him. And I shit you not, bitch, the next day at work, I worked at TJ Maxx at the time. I was at the jewelry counter working. I get a text from my best friend saying, did you know that, I'll say their names actually, I don't even care. Did you know that Dylan is going on a date with Josh? And I was like, what? I just fucking dreamt it! Now, mind you, when my friend texts me this, I'm not joking. Josh is right there checking out at TJ Maxx. And I was like, what? I haven't seen this guy in so long. Haven't heard his name, nothing. And all of a sudden, he's in my dream. He's going on a date with my boyfriend. He's standing right in front of me. Bro, I ran to the bathroom and it just started like hyperventilating, like throwing up, sweating, crying. You know what I mean? Like actual crying, shitting, throwing up. Like, I'm not even joking. Now, they go on their little date. And I'm texting my ex and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this is fucking bullshit. This is crazy. Like, I don't understand. How did you guys even meet? Like, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, you and I are just not working out. And I just thought it would be a good idea if we just start seeing other people. And I was like, oh, it must be nice to be the only one that knew that. Right? Like, what? And so, I mean, their relationship obviously didn't work because this guy's a piece of shit. And I'm basically still dating him while they're dating. Like, him and I are still very much in a relationship. Like, I'm sleeping over his house still. We're canoodling. You know what I mean? And like, I was very much aware. I mean, I couldn't tell who was the main and who was the side piece. I guess I was eventually the side piece and that was the main because I knew all about everything that was going on and I still continued to do it all. But he was my boyfriend first. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? And I also ended up fighting him. Josh, I ended up fighting him one time because he showed up at a college party of mine. Not like my party, but a party at my college. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing here? But I won. But anyway, so back to the story. So, yeah, so we were basically like, we hated each other. You know what I mean? Me and Josh hated each other because we're fighting over this guy. He's playing us both. And honestly, if you were to look at him, you'd be like, he is so not worth this drama. He is the most ugliest man I've ever seen in my entire life. And I'm not exaggerating. I'm not just saying that because I don't like him anymore. He is literally hideous. And then one day, like, this went on, I'm not even joking, for like 2 years, I think. Like, it went on for a long ass time, like way too long, a lot longer than I should have let it. But then one day I just finally was like, how can I keep preaching that I love myself so much when I'm putting myself through such a toxic situation? Like, you know what I mean? So then finally I texted Dylan and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, Josh can have you. I don't want you. Like, this isn't fun for me anymore. I'm over it. I'm done. I know I'm above this, and goodbye. Yeah, 2 years later, like, damn, bitch. But then obviously, like, he's begging me to stay. He's saying he doesn't even like Josh. He doesn't even want him anymore, blah, blah, blah. They don't even talk, and blah, blah, blah. Which they really did end up, like, stop talking. Apparently, but I just didn't care. I was also done. Like, I was so over it. Like, basically, I kept going back until I hated him, and then that worked. Which I don't really recommend. I don't think that's a good idea because it went on for 2 years, and that's way too long. And I also dated him for 6. You know what I mean? Like, it goes on too long. Don't do that. Quit while you're ahead, bitch. Sorry, I just woke up and I'm like sick of my hair. But anyways, so me and Dylan broken up. We've been broken up for like a couple of months now. Like, I've been single, living my best life, hanging with all my friends, doing everything that I love. And then one day my friend's having like this party at her house and Josh comes to this party and I'm getting nervous and I'm like, I'm really not in the mood to fight again. Like, I've already done it once. Do I really have to do it again? I mean, I will, because I can throw hands, but I don't want to. I want to retire them. I want to sit on my hands. Like, you know what I mean? So, he comes and we actually end up like hitting it off really well and we get along really well. And I'm like apologizing. And I'm like, honestly, I'm really sorry. Like, that shit was bull and I'm a piece of shit for what I was doing. Like, I knew you guys were together and I was still going after him anyway, but I mean, whatever. And he was like, no, like, I get it too. Like, blah, blah, blah. And we ended up getting really drunk. We ended up going in the bathroom together. We hooked up a little bit. I would say, like, you know what I mean? Like, you could tell there was something brewing between us. And then, I don't know. And then all of a sudden we just started talking every day and then we started dating. And that went on for 6 years as well. So I ended up dating my ex-boyfriend's mistress. What do you even call that? Like a love-hate relationship? Like a very weird love triangle? What is that? But isn't that crazy? The dream is really what gets me. I'll never forget. Isn't that just so fucking crazy? But yeah, that relationship ended up really toxic too, obviously, because how you get them is how you lose them. And we were very toxic, very abusive, very insane. Do you guys want to hear about that too?
I'm just trying to figure out, where do these people get all these years to be with somebody? 6 years? The longest I've been with somebody, I think, is 3 or 4 years. Like, 6 years is insane to me. If I'm with you for 6 years, you best believe I'm engaged. We're engaged, bruh. I cannot imagine giving somebody 6 years of my life, bruh. 6 years. Where do we get these years at, honey? But yeah, the dream part, I love that, because I get a lot of stuff in my dream. That's how God communicates to me. He be sending those messages in my dream, because I be like, let me know, because I'm a dreamer. I'm a vivid dreamer. Like, I can remember my dreams, the important ones anyway. I literally just had a dream the other day about a rat. It was a rat. It had gotten in the house. It was in the kitchen, and I had got it, tried to let it out, and that bitch ran back in the house from the side door, and I got it again and threw it out, and it ran back. I was like, bitch, I ain't playing, because in my head I was like, I'm not scared. But the third time it tried to come in, I was like, oh, I'm definitely not scared. You're definitely not getting up in this house. So I was just like, why did I dream about a rat? Like, that was so weird. You're like, what? Come to find out, my sister was dealing with a rat. Of a person. I love that, because me and my sister, we're just connected. It's crazy how connected we are. Like, I can literally have things and dreams happening to me, and it's not meant for me. It was meant for her. And literally, my stuff be turned out meaning for her, and then she'll be like, friend, I was just thinking about you the other day. Like, y'all saw that post? I was just like, bitch. And she knew exactly what I was about to say, because we're just so connected. It's crazy. So yeah, I'm not really surprised about that dream. I love when that happens. I understand probably your first time, but I love when that happens, because it's everything I needed. Like, it's literally all your attention. God is like, he knows. It's like, oh, you sleep now. You're being still. Peace be still. Now I can give you exactly what I need to give you. Love dreams. I love when messages are in dreams. Love that. Like God was so good. God is so good. And back then too, that he literally gave you everything you need to know. The person. You wasn't even thinking about this person. He was like, bet, your ass about to go on a date with this person. Woke up and there it was, boy. There it was. Like, love that. I love when it works out like that. I hate that you had to go through that, but at least you had a warning. You had a heads up before it happened. Girl, am I the only one who wanted a job at TJ Maxx? I still want a job at TJ Maxx. I love TJ. Have you been to TJ Maxx lately? That place is lit. The fashion is crazy. That is my age fashion. That's like grown and sexy fashion. It's like, damn, girl, where you going? Oh, I run a business. I'm a boss. Like, that's what TJ Maxx is looking like now. I love TJ Maxx. I used to only go there for suitcases and never got a suitcase. Like, literally, my mom got so many suitcases from TJ Maxx. I've never got one, but that's all I saw when I went to TJ Maxx. I want a suitcase, never got one from there. I got my recent one is from iFly, and I kind of like it. But yeah, friend, you was in a triangle. Knew he was with this boy. It's still talk about, I don't know why. I guess I was a side piece. I've been there. We've all been there. Can't even judge. I've been there and been a side piece. I prefer to be a side piece, honestly. Like, literally, like, I can be a thigh, a breast, a wing, like, all the supremes. Be a supreme meal for you, a supreme combo, honey. Like, yes. But yeah, Fred, yeah, you should have walked, but we understand you were young. And we do young, silly things. We make silly decisions. We let the D determine everything. They can be ugly and that's my thing. Looks are nothing. I prefer an ugly girl with a banging body. But looks are nothing. Looks don't even matter. I can find something cute on anybody. We talk about, I just woke up, my hair. Your hair looks great, honey. You look like you a part of NSYNC. Like, you look great, honey. So yeah, Fred, we all been there. I think it's cute that y'all ended up together, but I feel like if y'all both were attracted to toxic, maybe y'all shouldn't have been together because you were already attracted to toxic. So I feel like two people who are attracted to toxic, you attract what you're about, you know? And you already said you was toxic. So going out with this person who was attracted to your toxic that you was just attracted to, maybe y'all gonna end up being toxic together, which I heard we hearing that y'all did end up being toxic together. But that was really cute how y'all met at a party, but you laid your hands on. I can't date somebody that I didn't fought. I can't. Maybe it's just me. I didn't put my hands on you. There's no love there. There's no love there. But it was different circumstances. So maybe it was just like, okay, this is the enemy. This is the odds. But now the odds, we freaking the odds. I do want to freak the popo. Like I do freak the popo. Yes, that would be great. So yeah, Fred, I understand that. But I'm so glad you got out of that situation. I'm mad that it was 12 years of your life that you just was like, here you go. You can have it. Like, boy, boo, honey, kitty, boo boo, kitty, honey. Like, I just cannot see. And that's probably why I'm single now, because I don't want to give nobody like 6 months. You talk about 6 years, 6 months. If you waste my time, what do we do? I could have been doing a lot of. That's a half a year. You know, you know what I've done so far this year, and it's only March, honey. About to be April. I've done so much. So imagine what I will miss out on being with somebody in a toxic situation for 6 months. Yeah, no, you're not blocking my blessings, honey. So yeah, like this video, follow all these creators. Don't forget to check out the merch. I see y'all buying. I saw y'all bought the bandanas. The bandana's lit. I appreciate you so much. Shout out to Misty. I appreciate you for copping a bandana. Go ahead and check that link in the description. Do not forget to check the first link for the trip. Even if you're not interested in the trip, go ahead and do the survey. I need 100 people to do the survey just to see like what people like, how y'all feeling. The more people who do it, the more idea of I know what people like. It's just like we don't want to be biased here. We want to get a grand view of what it is. So go ahead and do that survey and subscribe. I feel like I may be asking for too much. Maybe subscribe.